Hello, I am students. If you were unable to join the Zoom meeting that I held today at 1 o'clock, this is a video showing you exactly what we went through. Today's Zoom was just to go through my MCPS classroom because I'm getting some emails from kids saying they're not sure how to use it. So you know to go to MyMCPS resources up here in the left-hand corner, and you're going to click on MyMCPS classroom. Yours obviously is going to look a little bit different because this is my teacher one. But if I click on our math class tile here, and then I'm going to have a student view, this is what you will see when you go to my MCPS classroom and you click on our math class. It looks a little different from the beginning of all of this because I go ahead and put the work for this week right there. So that's the work for this week. If you scroll down, you'll see all the work for all the previous weeks. If you have not been keeping up, you don't have to go back and make up everything, but I do suggest you go back and watch some of the videos just so you don't feel completely, out of the loop if you haven't been working. So it does say complete all items right here. There's not actually a lot for you to do, but I want people going through all of the pages in this lesson in order. Don't skip around. So that's why it says that. But once you actually get into the lesson, it's a lot less than you might think. I think people are getting overwhelmed when they see what's in a module, but it's not as much as you think. So here's the objective for this week. This is just what we're supposed to be learning. If you see immersive reader on any of them, then you can get it read to you. And you'll notice down here, these are all the pages in the module. So I've already looked at the first one. And you can click on the next button and it goes to the activator. This is going to be one of the ways I know that you are checking in and participating. So if you're not going to the Zoom meetings that we have twice a week, it's okay if I see that you are actually participating in these discussions. So you can see right here, this is me. I was the test student when I was showing the kids who joined the call this morning. Once you start answering, so you hit in here, reply, and you just start typing. I choose graphs B and C because, now I'm not reading everything, but if you read up here, it just said to say something that was the same and something that was different about the graphs. That's all you had to do. Then you post your reply. Once you've posted your reply, you will see the other students' replies. So I know right now that Zara, Naol, and Sam have checked in this week. So that's one of the check-ins. Once you're done with your reply, if you hit the next button, you're going to go straight to the lesson page. Often there's going to be a capture sheet. Now this is a Google Doc. I had a couple of kids already say, hey, can you put this on Google Classroom? I really can't because of the way it's all set up. But this capture sheet, if I click on it here, make a copy, I'll have my own copy. This is like what I would hand out to you if we were in the classroom for you to look at while we were doing our work. So it does take a minute to pop up. But here's the activator from the discussion board. It's taking a while because they want to put the graphs on here. As you're watching the videos that are on the lesson page, it'll tell you pause the video now and go to your capture sheet and type in whatever or answer this question. So you can go back and forth between the capture sheet and the video. In this week's lesson, there's actually two of them. If you notice this right here, video transcript, means that's all the words that are in the video. So you can look at the words as you're listening. You can look at the words and look at the capture sheet. It's all different ways for you to get the information. During the videos, you'll be asked to pause to complete this week's practice problems. Remember, you can rewatch the video as many times as you need to And you can check in with your teacher on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:45, and I'll show you how to look at that too. Next, optional additional practice. Optional additional practice. I don't have to do this. I just have to go through the pages in order. So if I don't want to do this, I don't have to do this, but I went through the page. Next is the quiz. These quizzes are set up so that you have unlimited attempts. Look at that. You can take it as many times as you want. It will keep the highest of all your scores. I don't care if you take it 20 times. If you're taking the quiz and you can't remember what you're supposed to answer, or I don't know if this is positive or negative, I can't remember, go back to the practice, go back to the videos. If you join our Zoom calls each week, you will find that I'm going through the practice and the quizzes with you. And then you just have to take the quiz. So, I mean, just it's not as much work as you might think it is. And I think that's why some people were getting a little anxious about all of this. This again is optional. Do you want to do more? I don't know, maybe. If you do, that's great. If you look at this page, week 6, that's like a summarizer. There's nothing to do on it, it's just reading. This page is all of the information in Spanish. This looks like a quiz, but it's just a checklist. So if you want to see, did I do everything I was supposed to do? I've done this a few times today, that's why it says resume. It's simply a checklist. Did I do the activator to let Ms. DeNovo know that I'm actually out here? Yes. Did I do the lesson? I did the lesson. Did I do the quiz? Yes, I did. I didn't want to do this optional work, so I didn't do it, but I did read the wrap-up page. That's just for you to figure out if you did everything you were supposed to. It's optional. So if you look at the module as a whole, it seems like a lot more than it actually is to work, okay? Other thing I want you to pay attention to over here in the blue, if you go to the calendar, now this is my calendar for math investigations. Yours will look like this, but it will probably have more classes on it. Another question somebody asked, when they showed me the calendar, it looked like this. Well, that's an agenda view. So that's like Tuesday, what do I have to do? Thursday, what do I have to do? If you want to see this in a week, you can look at it as a week. There's my Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to look at it in a month view, here's your whole month. Now, here we are in IM. Today is the 11th. This is what was due from last week. If you click on tomorrow's, I don't think it says Zoom in there. It doesn't say Zoom. If you click on this though, that is our Zoom meeting. So you go straight to it. You don't need a code or anything. If you forget that it's in the calendar, you can also go to the Zoom link right there. And then this is all of our upcoming meetings until June 4th. So if we'll probably have more after June 4th, but I did all of our Tuesday, Thursday meetings. All you do is click that button that says join. You don't have to come to the Zoom class, but please know when you do, we're going through the practice, we're answering questions, we're going through the quizzes. Like if you don't have time or you're feeling too nervous or anxious to do the math work on your own, you don't have to. Just join our Zoom calls. Miss Hammond is in on them. It's always fun to see everybody who joins, and we will help you, and that will be that. Like you won't have to do a whole bunch of extra stuff. So please keep emailing me with your questions, and I hope to see everybody